Once again.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Anais back with another video, and today I'm having a very special guest with me, and she'll be introducing herself in a few, and she'll let you know what she's going to be cooking. And one thing, she's one of the Congolese best chefs.
Amen to that.
I've been waiting for this time like for a very long time, so today I'm so happy that she's here and she's going to take us through the cooking. So just follow every step and you're going to learn how to make what she's going to be showing us today. So she's going to be introducing herself in a few, and the mic is now on her hand.
Hey guys, welcome back to Anais channel. My name is Deborah, but best known as Deb's Cuisine 243. If you follow the Congolese page Voice of Congo, you should know Deb's Cuisine. But yeah, if you don't know, my name is Deborah again. So today I'm honored to be on Anais channel. She's from Texas and I'm in Texas today, but I'm from Atlanta, so this is a special moment we're having. So today we're going to make some Congolese dish. So if you haven't followed my page, she will write it down. You can go and check it out. So today she wanted me to cook some Congolese delicacy. So we are making fumba today, but she's gonna be my sous chef though. I don't know why she's standing there thinking she's not gonna do anything. She's cooking today. So we're going to make fumba, right? So this is our fumba. We can just go back and start the business, and then we're gonna make it with smoked fish. We're gonna put the smoked fish inside, just the way we make it in Congo. But the way I make it the simple way ever. Like, I don't like to do too much with it. I just make it simple. So here we have sous chef.
Okay.
So here we have our fumba. What we're gonna do, if you buy it dry, what I do is that I soak it overnight. But since this one we didn't soak it overnight, we're just gonna boil it before cooking it, making everything. But you have to wash it first, because you can't just like make it like that. I'm going to wash it with hot water. It's better that way. It's too hot, so I'm gonna mix it a little bit. So now on the end, while I wait for it 5 minutes, I'm just gonna leave it there. So we're going to use tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. We have our fresh tomatoes. I think I'll use like 4 of it. It's fine. We have our green onions. Green onions, because this one already have onion with it. We're gonna use the green onion. And do I want to use bell pepper, green bell pepper? I usually don't, but we'll go with it. We can just use like 1/4. Yes, onions, never miss that. And then we have our spice here. Yes, you really do know the spice I use, do you? You do. So we have polo. This is a chicken polo. So usually I don't cook with salt. So those seasoning really helps a lot, because it just put the right amount of salt in it. And I have the complete season. And then yes, I will need a little bit of salsa. And yeah, here we go. So my sous chef will help me cut it while I do this, and then we will eat it with tilapias, and while we are putting some smoked fish in it. So we're gonna prepare everything, and then we'll be back. So guys, I'm back after washing my stuff. So you have to make sure you wash your vegetable very well. I washed it very well with hot water. So here I have it. So since we're going to boil it, as you can see, I put a little bit of hot water in it. So what I'm gonna do is, like, we're going to boil it, and it's going to boil with no seasoning. And if you like, you can put seasoning, but I'm gonna boil it without seasoning. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna leave it, let it boil, and then we're going to fix up our stuff. So what I'm gonna do is that we're going to blend all those stuffs. Some people don't really like onions to be filled in the mouth. So I don't know, Anais, do you want the onion to be filled? Okay. So I usually blend it, and sometimes we don't have to blend it. We're just gonna cut it up, and then but I'm gonna blend my tomatoes and some of my green onion, and I'm definitely gonna blend this, and I'm not gonna use a lot. I'm gonna use just like half of it. So I will be back while I prepare my stuff. But before also I forget, what we're going to do is that we're going to fix our smoked fish, and then she already soaked it in the water. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to take out all this stuff in here. All this has to go. So I'm not gonna use, I'm only going to use the inside, maybe just maybe the skin as well, because this is catfish, so you can eat the catfish skin. So yes, I'll be back. So guys, hi, so we are back. So we blended everything. We blended the tomatoes and part of my green seasonings, but I will turn it around. We have our onions, and here we're eating this with tilapias, right? So certain people, they really don't know how to clean their fish well. When you clean your fish, just make sure everything here is out, like how I took everything here out. And then inside, make sure you take all of this out. It stays really black, see? And all of this has to go, because it's not presentable when you serve fish and people can eat the inside when it's well seasoned, but yeah, it's dirty. So what happened is that you see in the head of the tilapias here, there also has certain that we have to take out all of here so it can be tasty. Sometimes quand il y a les écailles, ça empêche le goût du poisson. And then we're going to take out all of this. Some people leave it, but it has to go. Et puis c'est mieux de faire ça avec le ciseau. Aïe. Okay. So you can leave this, or you can also just make it look nice, presentable. You don't want to serve it looking any type of way. And then yeah, we have our fish well clean. I'm gonna rinse it again, but try to clean. And when you do it, you have to make sure it's sharp. Don't just do it on top, just a little line, because when you don't do it up to there, and when you season it, the fish won't be tasty. Just go right in. See how my is very sharp, and I like this knife. So I'm gonna clean the rest and we'll be back. So I'm gonna show you what I did. So guys, I've washed all my fish, everything is set. As you can see, it's clean, everything well. So I soaked it in the water because I'm gonna clean it again, but this time around I'm gonna put a little bit of vinegar inside. If you don't have vinegar, and you can put lime or lemon, just so it's going to be well, like the taste of it, you don't want it to be so, comment on dit zey en anglais? I don't know, but in Lingala it's zey. So no, yeah, you don't want to have nausea when you're going to be eating your fish. You don't have to soak it longer, you just take it off, and then after you rinse it with cold water. Just make sure you rinse it well. Rinsing it well. Okay, you see how my fish is looking tied and clean, very, very clean. You want it to look like that. So for this, we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to put it in the oven. So I'm going to show you the seasoning that I'm going to use. The blended. Okay. Can you help me? Okay, here we have our green onions and green bell pepper and garlic, and if you have ginger you can add ginger. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cook this à petit feu, and then I'm going to season it with the fish. So you don't want it to be too, you don't want to put it, you can put it like this, but I prefer it when I cook it. So you see, I blended it with oil because I don't want water in it. So I blended it with oil. We're going to cook it for like 10 minutes in the stove until it changes colors. It's not going to be this green anymore. And then we're going to season it with it. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to season my fish so it can be salted, because I'm not going to put salt there. What we're going to do, we're already going to start seasoning our fish. And when you season your fish, you make sure you're really putting everything inside so the seasonings can go well in. Because remember, I don't use salt while I'm cooking, so this is basically my salt. Trust me, I won't even need salt after this, because it's going to be well blended in that I wouldn't need any more salt. Use your fingers as well, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that in the meantime while I cook my seasoning to come and put it in. So we're going to leave it for now, and I'm even going to add some I'm going to add some of this. Is for chicken, but it's okay, you can use it because it's still spiced. I like it because of it's a tomato, so the color, I want it to be a little bit reddish. So I'm going to do it for both sides. When you do this, trust me, you won't need salt. Okay. We're going to let it stay while we prepare our foods. I'm back, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the seasoning for the tilapias, and after we're going to start cooking our fumba. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil, although I did blend it with oil. It's okay, you can add some oil. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, remember here I blended my green pepper, green onion, everything green. You don't want onion in here, you don't want and garlic as well. You can put garlic. So what I'm going to do, I am going to cook it. So what you do, you just make sure you stir it. This recipe, it's really good. I got it from a auntie of mine. She showed me how to do it. What you do, you just turn it, and then when you turn it, if you want, you can even add your spice inside, but I usually don't add my spice. So what I'm doing, I don't want to let it stop, because if I stop, it's just gonna mess up the whole place. So I'm just going to turn it around, turn it until it changes colors. All this green has to go. It has to take another type of green, like a cooked type of green. So I'm just going to stir it. If you can even close it and then just let it cook. So we're gonna leave it, and then going to take out the water in our fumba and then come back to you. So cook it. after boiling it, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take out all this water and change water. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to take it off. So after this, you could see how it is. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put my water now. This water that I'm putting now is what I'm gonna cook with. The water I'm gonna cook with. You don't also want it to be too much sauce, so you don't want too much water as well. So I'm gonna take some out. And then what we're gonna do next is that we're going to add our smoked fish in it. Here we have our smoked fish, so we're going to add the smoked fish here. Okay. You have everything ready. I am going to put it back on the stove and do the next step. So guys, here I have my fumba. As you can see, I added my peanut, I added fish. So what we're going to do, we're going to add our peanut before I add the tomatoes. So what we're going to do is that we're going to let it boil with the tomato. In the meantime, we're going to prepare our tomatoes to add it. I don't really like my fumba to have a lot of peanuts, so I'm going to go slow with the peanut. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it boil with the peanut, and then here I'm going to let it sit, and then here we will start doing our tomatoes. We're gonna wait for it, and then we're gonna do a mixture. So guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add my onions, right, for the fumba. Sorry. Since I already blended my tomatoes, I'm just going to add my tomatoes. So here we go. While my fumba is boiling with the fish and the peanut butter, I'm just going to start doing la sauce. So here I mixed green pepper, green onions, and also tomatoes. So I'm gonna mix it, and that's what we're going to put here. I don't want the onion to cook too much, so I'm going to add my tomato. Not too much. If it's too much, you don't have to put it all. That's it. We're just going to stir it, but I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato paste, not too much, because you don't want too much tomato paste. This was my aunt that showed me, because usually I would just do this and I wouldn't add the tomato paste, but I'm going to add like 2 tablespoons of tomato paste also, and that will be enough for me. So we're going to let it cook. And then while I look at my fumba here, you have to make sure you stir it because you don't want it to burn. and then you want to cook it in a medium cook. You don't want it on high. And then you can check if you feel like your peanut is not enough, you can always add. And I think I'm going to add, because I'm not using the normal peanut that I use, so I'm just going to add it to give it the taste of the fumba really. While you're boiling here, what you can do is you can add your seasoning. So I'm gonna add my sazon seasoning. Remember, I don't cook with salt, so I'm gonna add my sazon seasoning. And let it cook.
I have to give it some.
So we're gonna add a little bit of tomato paste, like I promised. So you just want to stir it a little bit. You let it cook for like 5 minutes. Okay, what we're gonna do is that we're going to add it on our fumba. You want it in there, so, and then after this I'm gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes, because the fumba itself already cooked itself, and then the spice is already cooked. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add my spice. Remember, I didn't put any salt, so we're gonna let it cook and come back after 10 minutes. Hey guys, back to Anais channel. If you're new, please subscribe, don't forget. So here we're back with our fumba. So here is my fumba. So I am just going to show you how it looks 15 minutes later. Did you see that though? It is ready to eat. It is ready to eat, and then I am done with it. So we're gonna go next to our fish. Here is our fish, here is our pan. We're going to put it in the oven. So what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna put oil in my pan a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, so it won't stick too much. So what we're gonna do, we're going to fix this, and then I am going to put my fish. What I'm gonna do is that you want this to still be here. You want this because while it's in the oven, I am going to be adding it on top. You need this mixture. So what we're going to do is that we're going to add oil in here, and you want it to be a lot of oil. So what I'm going to do is that we're going to mix it, and then we're going to add it on top. There is a sauce that will come out of this that I want, So for that, I have to really add my spice. And then when you do this, when you put it in the oven, I'm gonna put it on broil. I'm not gonna put it on bake. So my fish is ready to go to the oven.
Alrighty guys, we've come to the end of this cooking session with the beautiful chef Deborah. I'll honored to have her on my platform.
Honored I am to have you have me.
And please guys, make sure you go on her YouTube channel and subscribe as well. I'm going to put her link on the comment section below, and I just can't wait to test the food. It already looks so delicious.
It does look delicious, right?
Y'all should try it at home. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I was the passage at Dallas, and then she reached out to me, and then I couldn't just turn that down, you know. So we had an amazing time with the whole team. I see her sister in the back, and then Glody left. My camera people, I think I'm taking them with me in Alana. I'm taking them with me in Alana. So guys, you can see how the food looks yummy. We have our tilapias. We have our Fubwa, which is those are Congolese traditional meal, and this is Kwanga with cassava leaves. And then I hope you enjoy it. Give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe to her channel and follow my Instagram, Deb's Cuisine, Debs_Cuisine 243, okay, official. So guys, I'll see you on my YouTube channel. I know some of you will be like, but you don't have videos. I know I only have one video, but I will post more because this motivated me to to do more videos. So stay tuned.
We love you guys.
Love you.
Stay safe until the next video. Let me know if you want to see her more on my channel. And then
if you want to see me more, why don't you come to Alana then? If you want
then
to see
I
me
can
more,
always fly, or she will always fly just to make videos for you guys. So
we are praying for that.
On the comment section below. We love you, and please take care. Bye.
Bye.